What happens after prom? Is it the stereotypical thing that everybody thinks? Was that our ending to prom?
Not quite.
It almost was.
We parked a car and what was that sound?
A siren. Don't park in a country club parking lot.
Yeah, that was mistake number one.
Episode number 3.
How are we feeling today?
Excited. I've been looking forward to this.
I feel excited, but I also feel nervous. I feel like I'm about to be standing naked in front of a crowd.
I promise you I'm not going to be standing naked in front of a crowd.
Okay, this isn't that kind of channel, guys. But still, I feel like we're about to get really vulnerable.
We're going to take a stroll down memory lane today. We're going to let you in to 13 years of our relationship.
Welcome in. Come into the relationship.
You have a backpack filled with every single item that ever existed in the history of our relationship.
I may be a closet hoarder. It's true.
That you are.
So, should we get into it?
Let's do it.
First things first. Did you really date in high school if you don't have a photo booth strip of pictures?
I have a question. And this has always been my thought when I first get into a photo booth. What is the go-to pose?
I'm not the person to ask. I get in there and I immediately turn more awkward than I already am. But what I do know is it's always got to have that cheesy kiss photo.
That's the go-to.
What's the first one on here?
The kiss photo.
Honestly, I'm surprised that's not what all 4 of these photos are. It's just us kissing.
The third one here, you see, plugged your nose. That's a go-to for me as well.
Not really sure why that was the thought, but moving on. Next, we have just a small sampling of the notes that we would pass in class.
Yeah, we sat right next to each other in math class and wrote endless amounts of notes.
Our teachers hated us.
Or one in particular.
One in particular. If he ever sees these videos, we're sorry, okay?
Not sorry.
This next one is a personal favorite. I made a shirt letting everyone know that I was your girl.
As you should.
So that I could wear it to basketball games and let them know.
How did that work?
Not well. Still had girls coming up to me saying all kinds of things about you, so.
Why is this shirt so elementary?
I mean, I never said I was good at crafts.
You couldn't get like a steam press going?
No, it's the thought that counts. All right?
The next one, we took that same photo booth photo and put it on the front of a scrapbook.
I tried my best at scrapbooking for a few months. It's not the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's a lot of empty pages back there.
I gave up real quick.
This is cool, though. First one, you have our movie ticket from 2011, the night that I asked you to be my girlfriend.
Exactly. But it's important to note, this ticket is a lie. This ticket says that we went and saw Cowboys and Aliens, when in truth, we went and saw Final Destination 5.
I was 16. That movie, you had to be 17.
Right. Which I feel like that's just a rite of passage. If you're a kid, you buy the ticket for a fake movie, and then you sneak into the real movie.
Agreed.
Did you ever get into one movie and then hop around a bunch of them?
Nah, I didn't go that far. I'm assuming you did, though.
If you're my mom or dad, I sure did not. But yes, I did. Do you want to tell them how you asked me to be your girlfriend that night? I even wrote it down here in case you forgot.
Do you want to do this?
Do I want to do this? Nicholas Sparks, watch out.
Which you replied with, do what? And I said, be my girlfriend.
I was going to make you work for it. I was going to make you say the words.
Why?
I don't want to answer, do I want to do this?
You understood what it meant?
That's not romantic.
What is this historical figure you have on the other side? Is this a non-iPhone phone?
Call up the Smithsonian. We got an artifact here.
Listen to this. Sound like a sidekick.
No, I wasn't cool enough to have a sidekick. It does the same thing, though.
This has a lot of dents.
It's been through some things. It's seen some things.
Do you guys remember these?
It's so small.
This probably precedes the birth of a lot of people watching right now.
Don't date us that much. My goodness. We were so heavy into texting at the beginning of our relationship. And we've always said that we could never do dating apps. Isn't that essentially what you do on dating apps? You text?
I guess. But we had more of a relationship than that. I saw you at school. I would tease you at the gym for doing your speed walking outside.
With my Reebok tone-ups.
Yeah. Don't know why you did that.
I was getting shit done.
You were asking to be made fun of.
Well, if I wasn't asking for it, you sure delivered.
Yeah. What we got on the next page?
Ah.
Wow. The corsage that I got you for our first dance, homecoming.
I did not preserve it well. This thing is smashed to oblivion. I don't know the word I was trying to say there. Smashed to oblivion? That doesn't make sense.
That makes sense.
Okay. We'll go with that.
What are some memories you have of our first dance? I remember the sweat. Because I had a gray suit on, and the entire thing was dark gray by the time I ended.
Mine is more of a memory of high school dances in general. It was just like a mosh pit of grinding.
Yeah. That was before they instilled the new rules. I don't think they do that anymore.
Oh, really? Kids are missing out on that rite of passage?
They took that away.
It's funny. They used to always say, I don't know if this was like a myth or just to scare underclassmen, but they used to always say, don't go towards the middle of the mosh pit because people were like actually doing it.
Who said that?
People used to spread rumors that they found like condoms in the middle of the floor.
Cap. That did not happen.
I wouldn't know. I trusted it and stayed on the outside.
They also said that a lot of people would drink beforehand, and that was true.
Did you drink? What do you mean?
Not me. I didn't do it, but I had some friends that partook.
That part I believe.
Yeah. All right, what's next? Wow.
A menu from one of our dates.
And I guess you kept this because I inscribed it.
Yeah, it was one of the moments that you were actually sweet to me.
One of the moments. I think today's going to show you a very different picture.
What does it say, though?
It says, I love you with a smiley face.
And then?
And then it says Vegas with a question mark. And it has a ring with your initials.
And a winky face.
I'm assuming I was saying, let's elope?
Yep, let's go get married.
At 17 years old?
You seemed to ask with ease back then. What's happening now?
Let's not do this.
Next.
We got first Christmas. You have the fragrance card that you used to pick my present out with.
It took me a solid hour working with the lady behind the Macy's counter to figure out what to get you.
You picked a good one, though. I think it was polo black or blue.
Black.
Yeah, very good. One of my favorites for a while. And then I got you a little heart necklace.
You did.
Yeah. I think you still have it.
I do, except the chain broke, so.
Just don't wear it.
It's immemorial now.
And finally, the birthday that I can never top. So for some backstory, every one of her birthdays, I plan the whole day. She wakes up, she has absolutely no idea what her birthday is going to entail.
And that is the gift, because he knows that I absolutely hate making decisions. So it's an entire day where I don't make a single decision.
This first year, and again, there have been 13 iterations of it. This first one, I cannot overcome.
You can. You've had really good ones. There were just so many things within this. I'd always wanted a couples massage. You got us the couples massage. I'd always wanted to go to this restaurant that my parents went to that was closing down. We got to go there. I'd always wanted to see the Christmas lights at our favorite theme park in the area. He took me there. You found a ice cream shop that I used to go to with my family that had closed down in our town, and you took me there.
Just a nice guy.
I mean, what was the motive?
What do you mean? What do you think the motive was?
You were really trying to butter me up, huh?
Whatever. All right. That's it for the scrapbook.
On to the next. Oh, boy.
Now, this is me here.
While we're on the topic of high school dances, prom-posals.
Were you nervous? I was nervous.
I mean, I was pretty certain you were going to ask me. We'd been together for like 10 months at that point, so.
Yeah. Everybody, I think I did the generic thing, though. I did the generic thing, but I put a little spin on it. Everybody puts the poster out on their car. I did that, but I put a scavenger hunt with it.
You did. There's this little heart thing that says you plus me, and it opens up. And inside has all the Post-it notes from the scavenger hunt.
They were all over our little town, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From different places that we had memories at.
Let me pop open this
Poster.
Yeah.
Prom question mark. To the point.
It is. That's all you need on there.
And I said,
no.
plot twist. Which I guess now we should talk about prom.
So here's my thing. What happens after prom? Is it the stereotypical thing that everybody thinks for most people? Was that our ending to prom?
Not quite.
It almost was.
We parked a car and we hopped in the back seat, started making out when
Woo, 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 woo.
what was that sound?
A siren.
We saw flashlights coming in from the back of the car and a police officer walking up. I had to jump into the front seat. There was no time for you to jump into the front seat, so you're just chilling in the back. And he's like, what's going on, kids?
The mistake we made, don't park in a country club parking lot.
Yeah, that was mistake number one. Also, don't live in a small town where there's no hiding.
That part.
This next one is your version of a scrapbook, but entirely homemade.
And I may be a little bit biased, but I think it's better.
Our love story, made of construction paper and handwritten storytelling.
Don't forget the ribbons now.
What do we have?
Let's flip through.
Oh boy.
Wow, this is the earliest photo that I think we ever took together.
It's a great photo of me. Glasses. Oh, no, not glasses. Braces galore.
2009. This is at a mutual friend's party.
When he just wanted to be friends and liked one of my friends.
We don't need to go into that. First dance together.
Oh.
Here's the suit that was light gray before I sweated it out.
It turned dark gray.
Yeah.
And you describe our entire story throughout this.
Look at this photo. Now, this is hilarious. And I'm sorry for you audio listeners because you're
Don't
gonna
leave
miss
them out.
you're gonna miss a ghost in an actual photo. Look at her. She blends in.
I glow. I'm Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Now let's get to these. And obviously, I liked red ribbon back in the day.
Yeah, there's a lot of ribbon
I
everywhere.
did this a lot. You can't tell me anymore that you were the one that chased me. I think I am seeing enough here in our artifacts that lead me to believe I went over the top.
Okay, here's the thing though. I chased you for what, 7 to 8 years to finally get you? I think I was due some chasing in return.
But do you think we put in 50-50 effort? I think I outweighed you a little bit.
I think you acted up in high school.
Let me explain. Here we have 4 cards that were left with roses in each one of your classes for that day. I mean, does it get better than that? Let me read one off. I love you even more than Nathan loves Haley.
I love you even more than Chandler loves Monica. After season 7, that is.
And that took research right there. I love you even more than Quincy loves Monica. Love and Basketball Reference, your favorite movie. Last one, have a great day. Love me. Goodness.
Don't lie. You know you were acting crazy in high school. You had to butter me up on a regular basis so you could keep me in.
Do you really think that?
I do.
Forget you. We'll have more to support my case in the future here.
Speaking of,
Yep, here's another one.
he's a poet, and he knows it.
I thought I was.
I'm just going to read you guys the first stanza, okay? Although I may not deserve you, and you may be out of my league, I'll do whatever I have to do to make our 1 + 1 = 2.
Look at the rhyme pattern. That's an ABCC. No, that's an ABAA.
I can't. It's so cheesy. You make fun of me for being corny. You are a cornball at heart.
Let's go to the next stanza. Your smile makes me smile, and your presence brightens my day. For your love, I'd walk miles, because without you, my days are gray. That's just a nice little ABAB right there. Rhyme schemes.
That's just a way of showing that I had you whipped.
So, combined with the roses thing, do you not think that I put in more effort?
More effort? No. Just effort. Yes.
All right, let's move on from the high school days.
All right. I feel like you've started a battle. You have said that you put more thought into things. I would say we both are very thoughtful.
All right, present your case.
All right. We're going to go with this gift I got you. It's one of those 3D image things, and it's personalized. It's got pictures of us in it with words telling our story.
That's pretty good. I see that and I raise you this. Ba-blam. The jar idea. Your birthday gift one year was 365 days of notes that you could open up. I'll just give you the first one. The first one had 5 different colors. One was gifts. When you opened up one of the confetti ones, every time you'd get a gift.
Okay, but tell them the truth. You went into it saying it was going to be 365 days. Was it 365 days?
It wasn't. That was a lot of work. But I think I made it, 7, 8 months?
You gave me 3 out of 4 jars.
75%.
I mean, that's barely passing.
75% of an idea that's on a 200 grading scale?
It was. I will give you credit. It was a very thoughtful thing. I didn't even know you had that many compliments for me.
Took some work.
Yeah,
Had to go deep into the brain a few times.
There's not a lot to compliment there. Okay, fine. I raise you the Cubs-themed birthday that I planned. Involving, what's this? Oh, a signed 2016 World Series ball from Javier Baez.
That was a good one.
You want to tell him what all I planned on that day?
Not only did we have great seats to the game, not only did I get this ball, I also got 2 new Cub shirts, and during, I believe, the 5th inning, 6th inning, my name was up on the board with a happy birthday message from my mom and from her.
What else?
What else? I forgot.
You got to go on the field before the game.
Oh, that's right. We did the tour.
You toured the whole facility.
That's right. That's right. That was a great day.
You're welcome.
You did good.
I'm
there.
thoughtful.
All right. What do I have? Give me these. Now, she is an avid Friends fan. Bam! The One About You, a fill-in book.
A book where every page says something Friends related, and he had to fill in the dots.
100 prompts, maybe? Cake. Blew through it.
This one says, you accept my fear of heights and help me by distracting me. That's so cute.
Why, of all of the ones you could have picked, did you pick that one?
I don't know. It's just the one I flipped to.
Yeah, let me get to another one. No one could ever take your place in my heart.
See, okay, here's my question. You're so sweet and cheesy in all these gifts. Why not in person?
Do you want to play this game?
In person, you mess with me, you pick on me.
What do you do?
Act like you don't even like me.
What do you do?
I am nothing but nice and doting, and I wait on you hand and foot.
You don't play with me. No. You're not mean.
I'm never mean. I am a delight.
Sorry, just checking my watch real quick. It's not April 1st. Now, you remember how I referenced that I plan every single one of your birthdays as your gift? And how I can't seem to overcome the first birthday? This is the birthday that I think was the better one.
The first birthday in Chicago.
Here's the concept. For everything that we did that day, lunch, activities, dinner, we flipped a coin. We have said coin right here.
We, or I kept it because I'm sentimental.
You kept it. For each one, we had one option for heads, one option for tails. On concept alone, this is already a 10 out of 10 in my mind.
Yes, but I have to give away something. On the lunch, you have the same answer for both. Shake Shack. Either way, we were going to Shake Shack.
You said you wanted Shake Shack, so that was the one that I doctored up a little bit.
Is it that, or you didn't want to think about it?
The rest of them were unique.
That's true. Yeah. We then went to Shed Aquarium, because he knows I love penguins. We went to a nice dinner that bit me in the ass later that night. Literally. And
then we couldn't get to the second date because you had to rush to the bathroom.
We had to go home. It was getting dark.
Getting dark? You want to elaborate?
No. It was not pretty, but it was a great day, I will say. You are the king of planning birthdays.
Hey, at least you know it.
I hope you realize, though, this makes my expectations for a proposal sky high. Because if you put the thought into birthdays, whew. Wonder what you got planned for that.
Time will tell.
Watch it be absolutely nothing. Just get down in the middle of the apartment and say, hey, want to do this?
You had to say that.
I know that's the way you're going to ask.
What if I just dropped down right now?
Please don't.
Pulled out a ring pop. Blue raspberry flavor.
Well.
And said, hey.
I mean.
You're my wife.
You increased your chances with the blue raspberry, but I still got to think about it.
What about like green apple?
That's a hard no.
All right, so back on the timeline. We finish up high school. You go away for college. I stay home. And we begin something that was very, very difficult.
Long distance.
Boy. Not fun. Not for the faint of heart.
And long it was.
That was 4 or 5 years.
A long time.
Yeah, not my favorite years.
We made things extra hard for ourselves, didn't we?
We had to get creative, I'll say that. We would do watching movies together over Skype, and we'll start the movie at the exact same time. Have 3-second countdowns. All right, you got it ready? Do you have it at 1 minute, 27 seconds? All right, I do. All right, I'm going to count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, play. We
would get dressed up for our Skype dates. We would cook food and eat it, so it was like we were on an actual date together. We went all out.
We did about as much as you could to make it easier.
And I will say, I didn't give you your props back then for all the thoughtful gestures that you did during that time. But going through this backpack, woof.
Yeah, put some respect on me, please.
You made it known you were thinking about me.
All right, let's get into it.
Exhibit A. This is a hefty envelope I hold in my hands. It includes I'm going to age us again, a CD that I don't know where it is.
You lost it.
No, I think it's, I don't know where it is. And a hefty thing of paper that explains every single song choice and how it reminds you of me.
First off, you know we're old. If we were making mixed CDs for one another.
I wish I could say that's the only one, too, but it's not.
I probably made 5+. I think you did the same. 90s babies.
Yeah. But it was great because I would play it in the car on my long drive homes to see you again. It Let's just find one of these. Ooh, okay.
You're gonna read this?
I'm about to out you.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna show everybody. You try to act like you're this tough guy, no feelings. Let's just see here. The song "No Air," that in itself is self-explanatory.
Go ahead.
This song is very representative of how I've felt without you these past couple weeks. Nothing feels the same at all without you. Basketball, getting out of the house, being with friends. As cheesy as it sounds, you're like my oxygen.
Now explain to me why you had to do that to me.
Wait, this is the best part. Feel free to return that ASAP.
Wow, it's a cornball.
You said I can't breathe without you. Bring it back.
Wow. All right.
I have proof.
I'm gonna keep that in mind now. I'm gonna find something to read off that's gonna embarrass your.
We'll see. I mean, this might be it right here.
All right, so we got your mix CD here. A part of a bigger gift that you did for me.
Yes.
You did a gift for every sense. Sound, touch, taste. What else?
Hearing. Wait, no, that's sound. What are the...
Let's move on before we embarrass ourselves. All right, so going into the sound version of that.
Where's the CD? No, let's not skip past that. Where's the CD?
It's somewhere. You know what? I imported it. It's on my iTunes.
How many plays do they have? One?
I listen to these. You have a table of contents, which is funny. And then you also have explanations.
No, I need to... Uh-oh.
Wow. Okay. Let's pick a funny one. Why don't we? Uh-oh. I found a cheesy one.
Be gentle.
So you did include one of my favorites, Miles Davis. In your explanation, you wrote, "When I'm with you, there never needs to be words to feel how much I have fallen in love with you and continue to have fallen in love with you over the years. Just being there with you speaks volumes to me. My heart is yours forever, and I hope you never forget that. If you do, just listen to this CD and remember, I will love you always and forever. Happy Valentine's Day." Laying it on thick, aren't you?
It's just like smooth.
That was sweet. That was sweet. A little cheesy, but sweet.
Oh, man. That's not even the worst one. You remember the one where I photoshopped our heads onto a cover of the CD?
Sure do. Didn't keep that one, I don't think.
We did.
You haven't?
Yeah. No one needs to see that, though. No one could say we didn't put a lot of effort into this long-distance relationship.
We did about as much as you can do.
I think when people ask, like, how do we make it work? Basically just be a couple of cornballs.
Yeah. Take the extra mile.
Do what you think would be way too much if they were near you, and do that.
Yeah, basically.
Which brings me to this next one. I studied abroad one summer. We said, we've done long distance. Let's take this shit international. Make it 10 times harder. I have in my hand 4 letters for each week that I was gone. They say, open me on insert date for the entire time that I was gone. I'm not going to read you those because I can't cry on here, but they were very sweet.
Man, I'm just a grade A guy.
If you're a grade A guy, do you have to say you're a grade A guy?
Just in case you forgot.
Maybe I need to go away for a little bit so I can get a little bit more of this action.
Oh, so you don't get that now?
No.
Short-term memory.
Well, I mean, yeah. Basically Dory in human form. Now, we've talked about all the ways that we fought through long distance, but I don't want to be disingenuous here. We had some hard times.
One in particular led to a small break.
Yeah, we've had our growing pains and our scars, and this is one of those scars. We broke up for a time, you dated she who shall not be named.
Is Voldemort lady form?
Yeah, pretty much. She was evil, casted a spell on you.
Was she?
She wasn't evil, but it's not fair that anybody else has had you. But we haven't talked about how we stitched up that scar. Enter poem.
Oh, boy. Not another one.
You love poems.
I don't know why.
Let's see. August 21st, 2011. I'll never forget that day as long as I live. And as much wrong as I did that year, I'm glad you found it in your heart to forgive.
Man.
Now here we are 2 years later, stronger than we've ever been. I feel so blessed to be able to call you the love of my life and my best friend.
Woo.
I know the first time I asked wasn't too memorable, but hopefully this serves as an amend. I have one little question I'd like to ask. Will you be my girlfriend?
Bam.
Note drop.
Mic drop. How about this one right here? It has a save the date for us estimated on 6/21/2014.
A little ambitious. I was still in college. I don't think that was going to happen.
You know what's coming up, though?
10 years from that date? And still no engagement?
Could that be the day?
No. You want to know how I know?
Why?
You told me it's not going to be a day that's already special for us. And 6/21 is what we celebrate as our anniversary.
Good point. Good point.
I don't even think it'll be this year.
What about this, though? At least we got the Chicago part right.
It does say in Chicago, Illinois, formal invitation to follow. 10 years later. That's some slow mail there.
All right, so back to the story. We went from college years, long distance years, to finally, in 2017, basically, moving in together in downtown Chicago. And we've been here ever since.
You know what also happened in 2017?
What's that?
Our fur child was born.
This is true. Nala came into the picture.
Which made you a father.
In your eyes, yes.
Hence why you have multiple Father's Day cards here from Nala.
Now, look at the front of this. Where did you get so well versed in doggy language?
Nala and I have conversations on the regular, so I feel like I can be her translator.
So, your is your.
Yeah, here I'll read you a little note from her. Happy birthday. Sorry, I make everything so hairy. Here's a blankie just for you. Thanks for being the greatest human daddy a pup could ask for. I love you. Woof woof. Nala.
Impressive.
You're welcome. I'm just here to serve as the interpreter between you two.
Can you believe she's going to be 7 years old?
I can't think about it too much.
In 2 months.
No, I'm not allowing it to happen. It's not allowed.
She's entering her 50s in doggy years.
Hey, at least someone's older than me in this household.
You're closing in.
How dare you? That is so far from now.
You didn't even understand that one at first.
Why did you say that?
Is it not accurate?
No, I am in my prime. I am 25 years young at heart.
So you're just 25 perpetually from now on?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, it's just like remainder 5, you know? 25, remainder 5.
Makes sense.
So we mentioned the date that we think you might propose this year, right? But what we skipped over is a date that I actually thought you were going to propose.
Why?
Okay, so I'll give you guys the story. He wakes me up on our anniversary, and he tells me that I need to do my hair and makeup and clothes in a way that I would like how I look in pictures. Now, I want all of you to tell me out there, as someone who's anticipating a proposal for multiple years, would you not think that that means, oh, okay, we're getting engaged today?
You read into that way too much. Because here's the thing. Only reason I said that is because I know if we go somewhere that you actually want to take photos in, but you don't like the way you look, you're going to hate all the photos. And even if I like them, they are now rendered useless.
Why does that matter if we're not getting engaged?
The only photos that matter are the ones in which we're getting engaged?
Correct. Welcome to the conversation.
Okay, noted. But here's the other thing. If you just said that you understood it wouldn't be on a date that is already significant for us, why would you not apply that to that day?
Here's the thing. I thought you were trying to throw me off the scent really hard. So I was like, okay, he told me that it's not going to happen on this day so that I don't expect it. And then he makes sure that I'm photo ready, but I'm not expecting it.
I see.
Just don't say things like that until
Classic
it's time.
overthinking. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you new here? Have you just met me? That's all I know how to do. But it was a good day. We went to the botanical gardens. We went to Chicago Cut Steakhouse, which is why I have this bag from Chicago Steakhouse. Chicago Cut Steakhouse. No proposal happened, though.
Okay. Just a terrible day then, huh?
I mean, you said it. So back on the timeline. We started dating in high school. We did long distance. That was a challenge. We moved in together, which has its own challenges. We thought, you know what? Let's try living in LA for a summer. That's a new challenge we haven't done yet.
And not only go to LA, but get there via cross-country road trip.
Yeah, in 4 days. Without doing any of the fun things.
Yeah, you were getting on my nerves by the end of it.
I couldn't tell. You hit it so well.
I was getting on your nerves as well.
Because we're driving through the beautiful mountain area of Colorado. I feel like I'm driving through Avatar with these beautiful floating mountains, and you're over here like, oh, is it over yet? I hate the elevation.
It took forever. I would never go on a cross-country road trip ever again. I will fly from this point forward.
I would never go on one with you again.
You were tired of it by the end of it.
You didn't make it any easier. Why couldn't you just handle it like Nala did? She handled it like a champ, just slept the entire way.
I've never seen a dog do that, but she made it so much easier on us.
And she would literally just sleep. And then go in a hotel and sleep, and then get back in the car and sleep.
Yeah, most dogs throw up, need to go to the bathroom every so often. She was a trooper.
She read your energy and said, oh, let me make it easier for Mom. That's what happened.
I wasn't that way the whole time.
Just 95% of it. And then we get to LA, and we hate it. This is no hate to anybody that lives in LA. I know it's an acquired taste. We don't have that taste.
Especially the area that we were in particular. I think it was near Hollywood.
West Hollywood.
West Hollywood. Whew. That's for a different kind of person.
I feel like all of LA is for a different kind of person than what we are. It's
and
just
the heat that you guys get.
Oh my gosh.
It's the most dry air I've ever breathed in.
I'll never forget, I went to a lunch one day with some people. I was wearing a dress. My ass was sweating so bad I had to pull my dress up and sit on my bare ass on the chair just so that the sweat wouldn't show on my dress.
Was this TMI?
Probably, but
yeah.
I needed to explain my hatred of LA.
But I will take dry heat over humidity.
I won't.
I would.
I mean, we don't have that problem at all. Heat is not a thing in Chicago.
We get some humid summers. Sometimes.
For like a month.
Yeah. Then fall comes. And then winter shortly after.
And then winter parts 2, 3, and 4.
That replace spring because we don't get that.
No. What is spring? What is that like? But the one thing that we enjoyed when we were in LA was the Santa Anita racetrack. We went there 3, 4 times.
I think it was 2 or 3, but really, really fun.
Yeah.
Horse racing's always been something that I've enjoyed doing. I did that with my dad growing up, so it was nice to get to share that with you. I would say that one other thing that we enjoyed from LA and adjacent areas, The City Walk.
At Universal Studios.
The City Walk was a lot of fun.
I mean, we lived right next to it, and we just went there every single weekend.
I think we went there 20 plus times.
Yeah.
In a 3-month span, 2-month span.
Yeah. And the way that you know we really hate it, there's not a single picture of us during that time. We have pictures of the place we stayed at. We have pictures of the racetrack and places that we went. There is not a single photo that includes us.
Yeah, we were ready to get home.
I think we thought maybe we're going to live here. And that was the worst part. I think if we had known this is a temporary thing, we're going to go back to Chicago, we probably would have enjoyed it a little bit more.
Yeah, and it's funny, even in retrospect, thinking about some of the memories we had back there, I actually liked it more than I thought I did.
Yeah, it always feels worse while you're in it.
Yeah. I will say, grocery stores are insanely expensive. Insanely expensive.
Gelson's. You're just trying to, like, rob people, really.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Crazy.
The other thing that you hated in particular and that you drove me crazy with.
What?
You know what I'm about to say?
No.
Earthquakes.
Oh my gosh. How do you guys do it? Because for me, I was in a full-out panic that at some point we were going to get hit with an 8.0.
And you guys are hearing him say panic, but I need to draw a picture for you. He was watching YouTube videos of these guys that would like predict the next earthquake, reading research articles, and he's like, "No, Cody, it's almost a guarantee that an earthquake is gonna happen while we're here. I got to get on a flight home."
Yeah, I was nervous. We were right on a fault line, and they said that they detected some movement in San Francisco, and that they felt like in the next week we were gonna get hit. I thought it was doomsday.
And then the Airbnb we had rented didn't have great Wi-Fi.
Oh my gosh, it was a mess.
Oh,
It was a mess,
it was rough.
but fun. Weirdly, also at the same
Like
time.
good memories in
Yeah.
the background of all that. Don't even get me started on the lady that stayed in the Airbnb beneath us.
Yeah, you guys almost had to throw hands.
She had it out for me.
The last finding of this backpack, millions of golf scoring cards. Apparently, we play mini golf at an alarming rate.
And the scores reflect that I am the champion at mini golf.
Is that true?
Obviously.
Insert photo here of me on the leaderboards ahead of you at our favorite spot, City Mini Golf.
Look at that. I win 43 to 44, and it's the first card that I picked out.
Yeah.
How do you explain
Let's
that?
pluck another one.
No, this is enough for me. This is all I need to see. Although I guess I'm not that surprised that there's so many of these in the backpack because putt-putt has kind of always been our thing.
Yeah, that's always been something that I felt very confident that I would win in. So I enjoy doing it.
Hey, I'll let you have one thing that you can win in.
What do you beat me in then?
Life?
You sure?
No.
What else?
Anxiety?
That's your answer?
That's all I got. Eating?
All right, I got a question. Let's say we had 30 Chick-fil-A nuggets. Who could eat them faster, me or you?
Me.
No.
I've actually done this before.
You can't beat me. You've never raced me.
No, but I've like housed them.
How many nuggets could you eat in one sitting if you were at your hungriest? I have a number in my head. I want to see if mine's greater.
50.
100.
You could not eat 100.
Yes. Those are little.
I'm going to make you do this on camera. You have to eat 100 nuggets. In how long?
30 minutes.
Okay. You're going to do it?
Yeah, I'll starve 24 hours prior to, but I'll get them down.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay, so how quick could you eat 50?
Why does there have to be a time limit?
You're not confident.
I eat how I feel. It's a leisure experience for me.
So I win.
Fine. I'm mostly just surprised how much I was able to jam into this one backpack.
That's quite a bit, yeah. We didn't even show everything.
No. 13 years of memories in one backpack.
I will say I'm glad that you kept all this stuff. And while you do have a tendency to hoard some things that I don't think we need to keep, I'm glad you kept these.
See, you give me a hard time. You're like, why are you keeping that random receipt? This is why.
Yeah, it's
memories.
It's a good memory to have.
I may have a fetish for organization, but I may also have a fetish for sentimental things.
Clearly.
I just have a fetish for you.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I just had to let the corny continue.
Does it just radiate from you? You don't even try. It's so effortless.
It comes naturally.
Yeah, I see that.
It's just like breathing.
Like firmly embedded in your DNA.
Yeah, it's like my oxygen, kind of like how I'm your oxygen.
Hey, that was good. That was good. I got to give you props.
Thank you. Thank you.
You rounded it out there.
I know how to do callbacks.
You just don't know how to speak.
No, that's hard.
All right. Well, I guess that's a wrap for podcast 3. I hope you guys feel like you know us a little bit more.
You really went through it all with us.
Yeah. But we need you to do one thing for us, or really 2 things. We need you to like the video if you liked it. Give us 5-star ratings on any podcast streaming service. And give us some ideas for what you would like for us to do in the future with these podcasts. If there's anything specific you'd like to hear from us, let us know.
Any stories? Anything you want me to do to the big spoon? I'll do it. Within reason.
Yeah, I was about to say.
As long as it's fun for me.
You might want to check with me before.
No. Well, we hope you guys liked it. Welcome into our relationship now. We're a family now.
You're a part of our fam now.
And we'll see you guys next Wednesday.